Welcome to the highlights of match number 4 of the Hero CPL 2021. The action took place at Warner Park in St. Kitts between the defending champions Trinbago Knight Riders and the Barbados Royals. Both teams unchanged from their previous match. Lendell Simmons and Sunil Narayan at the top. Jaden Seals, Rampal and Isuru Udana formed a potent seam combination backed up by Akil Hussain, and you don't want to say backing up with the bowling of Sunil Narayan. Glenn Phillips, Johnson Charles, Shea Hope at the top for the Royals, but O'Shane Thomas has shown great pace throughout the tournament and all the skill of Mohamed Ahmed. Barbados Royals won the toss and elected to bat first. Johnson Charles and Glenn Phillips starting the process for them, and Charles was into his stride straight away, clearing the boundary. Difficult chance back at Jaden Seals off the bat of Same, and then Glenn Phillips looked as though he would have set in for the long haul.
Has had some exceptional Hero CPLs. Glenn Phillips at the top of the order, really setting the tone for the Jamaica Tallawahs in previous dispensations. And this time looking at the Royals, Johnson Charles given caught at the wicket, Dinesh Ramdin, and Glenn Phillips targeting straight down. The captain promoted himself to that number 3 position, didn't last too long. And this wicket was a big wicket. Mr. Udana picking up Glenn Phillips. A couple of sixes from the very impressive Shea Hope. Not trying to overhit the ball. We know of his ability, but then he fell. Of the final delivery of Akil Hussain's spell. A good catch from Darren Bravo.
Azam Khan once again looked good, thumping the ball quite nicely on both sides of the ground, showing some innovation and fine touch as well of Jaden Seals. And then Isuru Udana came back and continued to have a brilliant night getting Azam Khan. Udana then got his former national teammate, his countryman, Tisara Pereira.
Kalmias followed soon after, and when they were looking to accelerate towards the back end, Ravi Rampal had the wicket of Hayden Walsh Jr. And then the run out, Dinesh Ramdin to the bowler, and simple enough for Isuru Udana. And a dominant bowling performance from the Knight Riders. And ended with a simple catch. Isuru Udana, the standout performer, 5 for 21. Barbados Trident, Barbados Royals not getting the sort of impetus they would have wanted throughout starts for a couple of their batsmen. Azam Khan, 30 from 21, but nothing really of significance, folding for 122 in 19.2 overs.
All the plaudits really went to Isuru Udana, 5 for 21. Showed great control and effectiveness with his changes of pace. Rampal not to be outdone, 2 for 13 off 3.2 overs. The run chase didn't start off as well as TKR would have hoped. Sunil Narayan, the first to go off the first ball he faced. Mohamed Ahmed was in good touch, and Simmons lost a couple of his stumps to the impressive Ahmed, who took the first 3 wickets because he got Monroe as well.
3 for 18 at that stage and in some trouble. A couple of boundaries from Tim Seifert trying to forge a partnership. He looked quite good at the crease, quite composed, playing the ball late on both sides of the wickets, finding the boundaries. And then it was soon 38 for 4, trying to go for a maximum. And the Trinbago Knight Riders at this stage were under the pump. O'Shane Thomas picking up his first and continues his impressive run. And a partnership was desperately needed from the senior Trinbago Knight Riders players, Kyron Pollard and Dinesh Ramdin. Couple sixes for Dinesh Ramdin. Kyron Pollard got himself set, understood the conditions, knew that he had a lot of time. But once you miss your length, you're going to disappear at this venue and off the bat of Kieron Pollard.
It was a captain's innings from Pollard and an innings of great responsibility from Ramdin, who paced himself very well. And once the end was in sight, Pollard decided to go into overdrive. Very few grounds in the world, if any, can withhold him. To end the game, he went 6 to get to his 50. And then 4 to finish the contest. Quite appropriate, it's the captain himself that should do the job at the end to give his team their first points of the season. 125 for 4 on the back of Pollard's 58 and Ramdin's 29 from 31.
Mohamed Amir almost gave Barbados Royals the perfect start, 3 for 21, but it wasn't to be. Just a wicket for Shane Thomas, 1 for 14, very impressive, but not much support from anyone else. 125 for 4 is where the Trinbago Knight Riders ended with 3.1 overs to spare. They won by 6 wickets.
I have Jason Holder here, the captain of the Barbados Royals. Jason, another tough day at the office. You opted to bat first, you got to 122, but that was never going to be enough against a strong TKR batting lineup, isn't it?
Yeah, we were a few runs short. Yeah, they bowl well. You know, we probably didn't give ourselves a fair chance. On the wicket, you know, I still feel it's a bowler's paradise. And, you know, for a batter, you just got to give yourselves time.
Analyzing the Barbados franchise in the last edition of the Hero CPL and of your first match, your batting seems to be an issue. Do you think you have enough resources there to produce the sort of totals that you want in this tournament?
Yeah, the resources are there. We just got to click. You know, guys just got to front up and take responsibility. So only 2 games into the competition. You know, the games are coming quite fast. You know, so it's a good gauge for us just to get a little bit of momentum. You know, tomorrow's another game for us. You know, we've had 3 tough games so far. Well, 2 tough games so far, and tomorrow, you know, that will be a good one.
You try to take things in your own hand by batting at number 3. What's the thinking behind that?
Yeah, we're just trying to, you know, get some impetus going in the innings, you know. So I just wanted to go there and just, you know, free up a little bit more. Probably put them under a little bit of pressure, you know, just to get that innings, the jump start we need.
First 7 overs with the ball, you gave your team hope, and then your spinners just didn't seem to support you, in particular Hayden Walsh Jr. How are you going to ignite the best from him?
Well, it's a tricky situation, you know. Trying to defend 120 is still difficult. You know, we try to get him in early, you know, to make an impact in the game. You know, in the first over was, you know, a little up and down. But, you know, having said that, you know, you got Polly and Ramdin. They creased 2 good players to spin, a small ground for Polly to clear. So, you know, we backed ourselves with the seam bowlers. You know, they didn't quite work out for us today. You know, we created a half chance here and there, but, you know, I guess that's cricket.
And tomorrow you have another big encounter against Jamaica Talawas, a team that made a statement today. How are you going to cope with that challenge?
Well, we just got to be a little bit tighter. You know, I think we're not doing too bad with the ball. You know, it's just a matter for us, you know, to get some runs to the board. We've seen here, you know, teams that, you know, take it a little bit deeper, you know, tend to be doing well. So that's a leap that we got to take out of there. But
tough luck today, better luck tomorrow.
Thank you.
We'll get Kieron Pollard in here. Pollard, was that the win that you're looking for to just recalibrate things as you start this tournament?
Yeah, of course. Obviously, it wasn't a good start for us yesterday. Our batting didn't click, and you know, even today we're in a spot of bother, you know, as well. But you know, these things happen. I say when you have guys, you know, haven't played cricket and you're coming in, not much practice and stuff like that. So it was good to get over the line. As I said, we were under some pressure, but you know, I can't fault you for the bowlers have been brilliant in the first 2 games.
What did you really enjoy about your bowling effort, restricting Barbados Royals for 122?
Yeah, I enjoyed the execution, you know, of our plans. Obviously, they have some strong guys who can't clear the boundary, and we just try to, you know, negate them from hitting boundaries. If they're taking singles, I think we were happy with that. I think on a ground like this, you know, the lower boundary percentage, you know, as a bowling unit, tend to sort of, you know, try to keep the runs down and hopefully, you know, get wickets when you get the half chances. So, again, you know, for me, continue to improve our batting, you know, top order, we need to try to get a proper start. And obviously, I said a spot of bother today, and Darren, you know, didn't bat, you know, 6 batsmen batsman coming out to bat and didn't see Darren. Obviously, he twisted his ankle, while fielding. So we knew, the back in the resources, it was a bit thin, and we had to try to sit it. So, well played to Ramden, as well. He has shown 2 days, experience, and as to why, we have him in this TKR setup.
You're covering everything for me. A word on Isuru Udana, the best bowling figures in Hero CPL for TKR, 6th best overall.
Yeah, again, he has just retired from international cricket. We get the opportunity to have him firsthand, and I think, he's come here to make a statement. He continued to use his experience, use his angles, and, sort of mix up deliveries, and that's what you want in a tournament like this, and especially on a ground like this as well. So, well done to him. He gave us that impetus, getting those early wickets, and we were just able to support him in the back end. Tough luck, to Jaden, but, a young guy learning his craft, and we continue to be impressed by him.
I can't let you go and not ask you about that partnership with Ramden. You came in the 8th over, 4 wickets down. What was important for you to get the type of success to win this game?
I think batting that first couple overs, obviously we have played a lot of cricket to understand, what is needed and understand what they're going to come with and try to combat it. Sometimes in that scenario you have to try to absorb the pressure, and then when you get your chance, then apply pressure. We know it was always going to be, a smaller side with the breeze, and we're going to capitalize, on that. But again, Ramden, showed his quality again, and, we got over the line.
Congrats on 2,000 Hero CPL runs. Great victory. All the best.
Thank you.